Let's go to Minnesota, where after reviewing the case, the former Minnesota police officer who shot and killed Daunte Wright, they faces a more serious charge. Former Brooklyn Center officer Kimberly Potter was already facing a count of second-degree manslaughter. Thursday, Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison added an upgraded charge of first-degree manslaughter to the existing count of second-degree manslaughter. The officer shot Wright, who was unarmed, during a traffic stop. The incident was recorded on police body camera video on April 11th. Potter claims it was an accident, saying she thought she had a taser in her hand and not her service weapon when she pulled the trigger. What do you make, Terrain, what do you make of the aggressiveness of AG Keith Ellison? Obviously, a huge win for them with the conviction of the former cop who killed George Floyd.
This new era of prosecuting police officers after George Floyd, we're seeing something unprecedented. Officers used to mistreat defendants and just walk away with complete immunity. And after what we saw in Kentucky regarding Breonna Taylor, we're seeing attorney generals across the state, like the attorney general in Colorado in the McLean case, just come forward and say, you know what, enough is enough. Officers, they are charged with a duty, and when they act outside their duty, they need to be held accountable. So this is really good for the public. This is saying we're going to hold these officers accountable.
Again, this is what happens when you have, Brittany, you have attorney general or district attorneys who are not in the pocket of police in the unions, where they are examining the evidence.
Absolutely. And we've known for a long time with all of these cases, the evidence is always damning, but it's a matter of actually doing the due diligence and prosecuting appropriately and letting our friends walk away. And I'm glad that we're finally entering this new moment. It does seem like this moment is unprecedented, because we know that oftentimes these police officers are not convicted, let alone even charged. And they're able to literally shoot first and ask questions later. You know, I feared for my life. I made a mistake, and that's always seemed to be enough. And it's not anymore, Roland. And I'm glad that we are seeing these police officers being held accountable.
Michael, again, we talk about DAs matter, AGs matter. Right. We're seeing this in the case of Minnesota.
Absolutely. And we just saw this in the case of Elijah McClain as well, because the Democratic governor appointed a special prosecutor who's the state's attorney general. State's attorney general came back with 32 counts against 3 officers and 2 paramedics. And here, once again, this is an example of how elections have consequences and elections matter. OK, so we have to make a direct connection between protests and issues that we're protesting against and who actually resolves those issues. The police reform, DAs, all of that, prosecuting rogue police officers, et cetera. The one thing that I have concerned, and you know, I've covered a number of different police cases and police shootings. The one thing I have a concern about is what happens when this white female police officer, if she gets on the witness stand, and if they have a jury trial, because in this state, I'm not sure if she can have a bench trial, because that's a trick that they pull also, is have a bench trial with just the judge, that's the juror, as opposed to a jury of 12, to take the public out of it and take the emotion out of it. What happens when she gets on the witness stand, Kim Potter, and breaks down crying and sobbing and say, I didn't mean to shoot this boy and all this stuff? That's my concern, you know. So we have to see how this turns out. But you know, I agree with the charges, but we have to see how this turns out.
Folks, back to our Roland Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks, CEEK.com is a black-owned virtual reality company founded by Mary Spio. That's right, VR is all the rage. The ability for you to be able to actually be immersed in the space to feel what's going on. Imagine being at a concert and you're watching the concert, but you're actually in the seat in the concert. And so that you can able to see that great videos and all kinds of different things on CEEK.com. Using their VR headset, you simply just drop your phone right into here. And again, you're able to then immerse yourself in the experience right there. Also, of course, they have these great headphones right here, the 360-degree headphones. You can use this for gaming. It's Bluetooth. You can talk on them as well. The bass is tremendous. I love jamming these when I'm on airplanes. Folks, you can get these by going to CEEK.com using the promo code RMVIP21, RMVIP21, where you can get these. And when you purchase one or both of these, a portion of the proceeds comes back to us here at Roland Martin Unfiltered. You know, we support Black-owned businesses, and it's the Black-owned businesses giving back to us as well. So go to CEEK.com, CEEK.com, to get these items.